You're listening to Gratitude Space Radio. Discover more at gratitudespace.com.
Okay, we've all been there, right? Someone asks, what are you grateful for? And what's that automatic go-to answer? For so many of us, it's just, oh, everything. It sounds good, doesn't it? It feels like the right thing to say. But what if that seemingly perfect answer is actually a trap? So is saying I'm grateful for everything actually undermining the whole point of gratitude? That's the core question we're going to dig into today. We're going to look at why this super common habit, which totally comes from a good place, might be holding you back from the real transformative power that gratitude has to offer. All right, first up, let's talk about what I'm calling the everything illusion. You know that feeling, right? That saying you're grateful for everything is the ultimate all-encompassing answer. But in reality, it might just be hiding a much less effective approach to this really important practice. It really comes down to two different ways of doing this. On one hand, you've got reflexive gratitude. Think of it like stage one. It's that knee-jerk automatic habit, just blurting out everything without even really thinking. But where we want to get to is stage two, intentional gratitude. And this is a whole different ballgame. It's a mindful practice where you're actively and deliberately reflecting on the specifics. Okay, so what's the big deal? Why is being vague a problem? Let's really dive into the hidden pitfalls here and see why this kind of blanket statement just doesn't cut it. Well, when you think about it, saying everything isn't really an answer at all, is it? It's kind of a non-response. It's a conversational shortcut that lets us off the hook from doing the real work. It completely bypasses the mental process that makes gratitude so powerful. That moment where you stop, you think, and you genuinely connect with the specific positive experience. And there are real costs to taking that shortcut. For one, you're missing a huge opportunity for self-reflection. And because there's no real thought behind it, it can lead to this weird sense of complacency. Just this vague feeling that, things are fine. Believe it or not, that can actually zap your motivation because you're not connecting with these specific things that really light you up and drive you forward. So if being vague is the problem, you can probably guess the solution, right? It's all about the specifics. Let's get into why getting detailed is the secret sauce for a truly powerful gratitude practice. And this quote just nails it. Gratitude is found in our memories, but you must be present to make those memories. I mean, how perfect is that? Real gratitude is tied to actual memories, the specific taste of your morning coffee, a conversation that made you laugh, the warmth of the sun on your skin. But here's the catch. To even have those memories to be grateful for later, you have to be present and notice them in the moment. Everything isn't a moment. It's just an idea. Let me give you a great analogy that makes this super clear. Picture this. You're standing in front of this absolutely breathtaking mountain landscape. You could just look out and go, wow, what a great view. And you wouldn't be wrong. But that's just scratching the surface, That's vague gratitude, just admiring the whole landscape at once. But specific gratitude, that's when you zoom in. It's when you bend down and appreciate the tiny, unique pattern on a single flower, or when you close your eyes and listen to the sound of one particular stream flowing over the rocks. It's noticing the way the sunlight filters through the leaves of one specific tree. That's where the magic happens. That's where you find the real connection. And that right there is the whole point. When you get specific, you're not just checking a box. You're deepening your connection to those positive experiences. You're not just acknowledging them, you're practically reliving them. You're savoring all the little details, and that actually strengthens the positive pathways in your brain. It's a real, tangible benefit. Okay, so we get the why now. Vague is bad, specific is good. But what about the how? How do we actually start doing this? How do we cultivate this more intentional, powerful kind of gratitude in our daily lives? Well, for starters, we kind of have to redefine what gratitude even is. It's not just some passive feeling that washes over you. It's an intentional practice. It's an active, mindful skill, the skill of looking for and appreciating the specific things, the specific people, the little moments and details that genuinely bring you joy. So, if there's one thing to take away, it's this shift. The goal is to move from that passive, automatic habit of saying everything to a mindful, active practice of really noticing and naming the good stuff in your life. It might seem like a small change in what you say, but trust me, it's a huge change in your mindset and the impact it'll have. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Forget about everything for a second. Right now, in this very moment, what is one specific tiny detail that you're grateful for? Seriously. Is it the comfort of the chair you're in? Maybe it's a nice text you got from a friend earlier, or just the quiet of the room around you. Whatever it is, answering that question, that's where the real practice begins.
This is Gratitude Space Radio. Thanks for being here.
Share the love, listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
And explore more at gratitudespace.com.